Hello, I am Lichbane, and welcome back to... In the last video, we finished Northshire Abbey, and today we're going to start Elwynn Forest. We started off by leaving the Abbey and heading towards Goldshire. After arriving, we talked to Marshal Duggan to turn in a report to Goldshire. Duggan tells us that we have now been awarded deputy status by the Stormwind Marshals. He also wishes us good luck with protecting Stormwind in the absence of the city guard. We also picked up the quest to the Fargo Deep Mine. The Fargo Deep Mine asks us to confirm the recent reports of a new Cobalt Haven in the nearby mine. Next, we headed over to the Lion's Pride Inn. We started off by picking up the quest Cobalt Candles from William Pestle. Pestle tells us that he and his brother are apothecaries from Stormwind, and that they need large candles from the nearby kobolds to use for wax. After talking to Pestle, we went to the other side of the tavern to talk to Innkeeper Farley to turn in the quest, Rest, and Relaxation. We picked up the small pumpkins as the quest reward, as we can already regain mana from one of our warlock abilities, and after leaving the inn, we talked to a local merchant named Remy 2 times. Remy gave us the quest Gold Dust Exchange, where he asked us to bring him back some gold dust off the nearby kobolds, and in return, he'll give us the Bag of Marbles, an item that decreases an enemy's chance to hit by 25% for 10 seconds. We cut our way into Fargo Deep Mine and collected our 10 gold dust and 8 large candles. We peeked our head deeper into the mine to complete scouting through Fargo Deep Mine, and headed back towards the exit. We returned to the 2 times in Goldshire and turned in Gold Dust Exchange. We got our Bag of Marbles, then collected the quest of Fishy Peril, where Remy asked us to convince Marshal Duggan of the severity of the Murloc threat in Elwynn. We went over to speak to Duggan, who will not do anything about the Murloc threat unless he receives a military report. With the quest, Further Concerns, Duggan tells us that if we are concerned with the Murlocs, we should check it out ourselves by reporting to Guard Thomas at the Eastern Elwynn Bridge. After we turned in the Fargo Deep Mine, we are thanked for our scouting efforts and asked to stick around so that we can be given the Jasper Lode Mine quest. Just as before, the Jasper Lode Mine tasks us with scouting said mine and reporting on any further cobalt activity that we find. Next, we went back into the Lion's Pride Inn to turn in Cobalt Candles, which gives us 5 glowing wax sticks. Pestle then has us go into Stormwind with the quest Shipment to Stormwind, so that we can give his brother the shipment of candles that we provided. We set the Lion's Pride Inn as our home, sold some of our useless items, then logged off for the day. At the start of day 2, I realized that we might have some trouble getting enough money to buy all of our spells and abilities. To fix this, I did what any WoW player would do, and hopped over to my main character to send this new alt in allowance. I sent over about 200 gold pieces, then switched back over to pick up the mail. We then left Goldshire to make our way towards Stormwind to deliver our shipment for Pestle. We arrived in Stormwind for the very first time, and Pestle's brother Pestle thanked us for the shipment and allowed us to choose a trinket or potion from his shop as a reward. We chose the explosive rocket as an emergency AoE, then went back towards Goldshire. On the way out of Stormwind, Kuplaws shot at a dead bunny, and we continued on towards the McClure Vineyards to pick up some quests. We talked to Maybelle McClure, who's in love with the forbidden Tommy Joe Stonefield. With getting the quest Young Lovers, we are told to deliver a love letter to Tommy. While heading over to Tommy at the Stonefield farm, we talk to Ma Stonefield and Auntie Bernice Stonefield. Ma tells us that the Brackwells have a prize pig named Princess, who got big by eating the Stonefield's crops. We are, of course, told to kill Princess and bring back her collar for the infamous quest, Princess Must Die. We then picked up the quest Lost Necklace, where Auntie Bernice tells us that Billy McClure took her necklace and that we would be doing her a big favor by getting it back to her. Continuing over to the river, we find Tommy Joe gazing longingly over the flowing water and give him Maybelle's love letter, which he is ecstatic to receive. That completes the Young Lover's quest. We then pick up the quest Speak with Grandma, where we are asked by Tommy to speak to his grandma to see if there is any way he could sneak off to see Maybelle. Grandma Stonefield says that the 2 families are feuding, and that Tommy and Maybelle don't have much of a future together. After some thought, she then says that there could be a way to get them together for a short time. With that, we pick up the quest Note to William, where Grandma Stonefield asks us to talk to our old friend Pestle to see if he has a potion that can help the young lovers. After the talk with Grandma, we went back to the McClure Vineyard to talk to Billy, who says that he didn't take the necklace because he ain't no thief. He does, however, know who could have taken it, but he is too hungry to remember. With the quest, Pie for Billy, we are told to bring chunks of boar meat to Auntie Bernice so that she can make a meat pie to help get Billy's memory back. We agreed and started clearing out some boars for their meat. We talked to Auntie Bernice, who doesn't like the idea of feeding Billy, but will do it to get her necklace back. We picked up the quest, Back to Billy, and returned to him with the pie. With pie in hand, Billy remembers that a big gold-toothed kobold took the necklace after he dropped it while playing by the Fargo Deep mine. With the pickup of the quest, Goldtooth, we are to go back into the mine to kill Goldtooth and retrieve the necklace. We cleared our way to Goldtooth and unfortunately watched a poor gnome get chased off by Goldtooth and a few extra kobolds. We used that opportunity, though, to take out Goldtooth, grab Bernice's necklace, and deal with the extra kobolds left over by the gnome. On our way out, we killed a kobold and picked up a small red pouch. After getting a great new bag, we turned towards the Stonefield farm to turn in Goldtooth and give Auntie Bernice her necklace back. As a reward, she gives us her late husband's lucky lion-stamped gloves. After finishing up at the Stonefield farm, we went back to Goldshire to turn in some quests. While there, we stopped at the blacksmith to sell some loot and picked up the quest, Elmore's Task, from Smith Argus, where we are tasked with talking to Grim and Elmore in Stormwind. Next, we stop by Marshal Dugan to pick up Report to Grind Stoutmantle, which is our first quest that sends us to Westfalls. He asks us to report to Grian to extend our protective efforts to the crop fields of Westfalls, but we will be saving that quest for when we fully finish up Elwynn Forest. We finally talk to Pestle about the young lover's problem, and he says that the nearby Murlocs collect kelp that he can use for an invisibility potion for the young couple. We picked up the quest, collecting kelp, and had to collect 4 pieces of crystal kelp from the nearby Murlocs. Before heading back out to quest, we went to the basement of the Lion's Pride Inn to talk to our class trainer and learn some new abilities. As a level 9 warlock, we got a new curse, the Curse of Agony, which is a strong damage over time spell, as well as Fear, which can send enemies fleeing for 10 seconds. We killed the Murlocs to get their kelp, then opened a battered chest found nearby. We turned in collecting kelp, let Pestle brew his potion, then picked up the escape, where we finally bring the invisibility potion to Maybell. And with that, we end this part of Elwynn and the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a good one.